So this is my fourth take because the first take I was very awkward, and then the second one people starts to make a lot of noises, and then the third one my mom just decided to come home and, well, she found me sitting here and talking to the phone without anybody, so it's not really a video call, so she got pretty much weirded out. Hello my gorgeous potato out there. So today I will be doing a book review on this book called Faceless by Alyssa, last name whom I can't pronounce, and I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce it because I feel like it might disrespect her in some form of way, because I don't know, I just really can't pronounce the name at all. At first, initially, I don't really want to venture into the booktube, but you know what? I'm just in the mood to do this, so I'm just gonna do it anyway. So for those who are not familiar, I will read you the description of this book. When Macy is burned in a terrible accident, her face is partially destroyed. She's lucky enough to get a face transplant, but how do you live your life when you can't even recognize yourself anymore? As Macy discovers how much her looks shape her relationship to the world, she has to redefine her own identity and figure out what lucky really means. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this book a 6.5 out of 10. For me, personally, myself, because I have some issues with the book. But however, if you're a different person reading this with a totally whole different mindset, I definitely will think you would give a 8 out of 10. A solid 8 out of 10, because it's really good. But just some things in there that just doesn't really sit well with me that I will point out later. So just as the book says, the book really focuses much on Macy, the girl who got burned. So basically she was on a run this one morning, and then the lightning strikes, and then shazam, her face got burned, and there's even some scars on parts of her body, and she was put into a sleep-induced coma for about 3 months, so she skipped out on prom and a lot of other school stuff because she's still in high school. And this book also focuses on her relationship, not just from the changing of the old Macy to the new Macy, Macy 2.0 as they call it in the book, but also focuses on her relationship with her boyfriend, because he did kind of play a huge part in her life. So yeah, let's talk about my opinion on this book as to what are the things that doesn't sit well with me. So obviously it's normal when you first woke up from a coma and finding out that your face, half of your face is gone, you're gonna freak out. But what that doesn't sit well with me is that, so everybody called her the lucky girl for surviving this tragedy and whatnot. However, the way that she keeps complaining about how she's not lucky, and there's like even one point of the book where it came across as if she was saying that people who are dead is much luckier than her because they don't need to live with her face. And that just really doesn't sit well with me. I guess, I don't know, I'm an overly calm person, I'm a rational person, I don't know why I was born this way, and yes, I can be quite boring at times, but it's just the way that she said it, just like, no honey, no, people who are dead really wanted to live, to be in your shoes, to even get a taste of life. And then there's her just complaining about the entire thing. And for most books, I instantly fall in love with the main character, and I love that this book doesn't make me do that. However, there are some problems, like such as this, which is why I didn't really give it such a high up on the scale, because of that. Just that, really, it's not that much. For the writing, I really love the writing. Okay, so basically every book kind of have its own moral values. So for this book, and it's pretty much the same with every other same genre of this book, I guess. The genre is contemporary, young adult, teen fiction. Yep, those three. It has really the same moral values. It's just basically be more aware of your surroundings and be more appreciative in life. However, the things I like about it is the way that it was delivered, the way that the values are delivered, because she basically has her own Yoda version in the story, a boy who she met in a group and basically just guide her throughout this entire thing, throughout this entire change. And he gave her some pretty good life advice. Sure, it makes me think, even though I already think about it like plenty of times before, but just the way that it was delivered really strikes my heart. Like, it really struck something in my heart, and I just kind of cried. I did cry 2 times, so that's kind of good. But then again, I'm an emotional person. I cry a lot, so I guess that's also the reason why. If you're a normal person reading, you probably wouldn't cry that much. You're probably almost gonna cry, but probably don't cry. But since it's me, of course I cry. Duh, that's Risa for you. So yes, that's the only thing I don't like. And also I love the ending. What that's the only thing I don't like. That's the thing I like. And also the ending, something I love about it is that it kind of leaves you hanging, but not really hanging. Does that make sense? Okay, so the ending is basically Shirley broke off with her boyfriend, and then they met up for prom for one last time, because remember how she skipped out the first time. So she met up, she kissed him, and then there's like this whole plan to go to which college and whatnot. And then the author just stops it right there and then, and I find that really intriguing because it keeps you wondering, but at the same time you're already content because it's not like they leave you with a cliffhanger, but at the same time it's not really totally ending, you know what I'm saying? Like there could be chance for a second book and I would totally read it. But yeah, so far that is all I have for this book. So from my perspective, from my very own, the thing that doesn't sit well with me is just that she thinks people who are 10 is much luckier than her. Of course she changed, and I love that character development, because some books, they just makes you love or hate the characters from the start. I love this book because she's quite a complex character, but again, yeah, just that little one thing that doesn't sit well with me. So for other people, I think they would give it an 8 out of 10, but for me, I would just be happy with my 6.5 out of 10. So yeah, that is all I have for it. I would really recommend you to buy it, because even though it has pretty much the same concept with every other book, it's just that the face thing is different. The moral values are pretty much the same, but I love it. I love the writing. I love the way that it was delivered. So I would totally recommend it to everybody out there. And then for next book that I'm going to read is The Name They Gave Us by Emery Lord. So watch out for upcoming book review, I guess. And that is all for today. Bye bye. Hugs and kisses. Mwah. Bye. And I'm sorry, I'm not like other YouTubers who talks about their life. I just really want to jump into the book review. So bye bye.